Okay. Hold on one second. Now, I didn't hear none of that because I was connecting. So go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Oh, oh, okay.
I didn't
No,
hear
I
none.
was just saying, oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
But I was just saying that I'm actually new to your page. I was
Uh-huh.
referred to you by Miss Daphne, but she
Okay.
go by celebrity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's my homie.
So yeah, man,
Be going
she
hard, don't
actually she she do, but when you think about it, it's all love.
you? Mm-hmm.
It's all love. She's just trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you when you were saying that a lot of females nowadays, it just seems like it's so hard for them to submit to a man. To be honest with you, it's like when a lot of females hear that word, they
Mm-hmm.
always think of like a negative meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm.
They a lot of times they misinterpret that term as it meaning that they won't be able to have a voice. And I'm like, no, it's not that you won't be able to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like to submit just means to compromise, to cooperate,
That's it.
allow that's it. Allow a man to guide you.
Mm-hmm. Because this here's the thing. Most Mostly all women want a man to do what? What are they looking for? A leader, right?
Yeah,
Talk to them. They say they
I
want a
agree.
man that can lead, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
looking for a man that can lead, but you have a problem with the word. Hey, you got a problem with the word submit. How can he lead you somewhere if you aren't going to follow him correctly? In order to follow somebody, you have to submit to their guidance and their direction
Right.
and trust that they are going to lead you to the right place. You have to. You can't have one without the other. And so that's why these women are having trouble getting the types of men that they want. They ain't got no problem getting dudes to have sex with them. That's not their issue. Their issue is finding a man to take them seriously long term and to marry them. But you can't say that you want a leader, but you don't want to submit. Because if you don't want to submit, you aren't going to follow anybody. Because it takes a level of submission to do it in order to follow somebody and let them lead you. So a lot of them are messed up in the head. They say they want one thing, but they aren't willing to do it. If you got a problem with the word, you will have problems with the actions. You can't hear submissive and be like, oh no, oh my God, no way, I ain't doing that. And then expect me to believe that you're going to actually do it. Ain't no way. That's like a man saying, protect. Protect who? Oh, hey, I ain't with that protect stuff. I don't like the word protect. And then you expect this here dude to protect you after he just responded that way to the word? No way. No way.
No, you're right.
But
You're
where do you
absolutely
think
right
that came
though.
from? Let me ask you this. Where do you think that women, because most women haven't been with a man that is like a dictator where they don't have a say so. Most women ain't been with a man like that, right? Where do you think it came from that they got this such a negative connotation about the word submissive?
I think a lot of times it be daddy issues, and I'm also speaking from my experience too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think oftentimes it always traces back to the father.
Mm-hmm.
So, if a woman didn't receive love from her father, most definitely automatically she's gonna have a problem with trust. Already.
True.
Already.
And and the how you were raised, being the lack of the father in the household. A lot of our households, being black households, right, are
Mm.
single mom raised, right, with no man around like that, like in the house. So they are told more to be independent and do their own thing. So they aren't seeing a woman be submissive to a man nowadays. They mom probably seen it back in the day, but now that's kind of broke away from that generationally, right? So they aren't being raised to be that way.
Mm-mm.
And then society is telling them, you don't need a man. You're a woman. You can do everything that a man can do. And they are saying, yeah, in our community more than any other, because I've never seen a white girl, Latina, or Asian chick, or any of these other chicks say, I'm a strong, independent white woman. I ain't never seen it, me personally. But it's mainly affecting our community because of the daddy issue, the lack of the father in the household, and then the people that are put out in front of us, your Taraji P. Henson's, your Tracy Ellis Ross, your Gabrielle Union, telling all these women that, you know what I'm saying, to do their own thing. We are women and all of this here stuff. You ain't got really no white women doing that like that. No Angelina Jolie's and all these here women pushing this thing to these here women to be strong and independent and free of a man. They don't really have that. So it's really affecting our community the worst, and it shows in the marriage numbers that have declined almost in half since 1970. So
No, you're right. You're right.
yeah, it's a combination of things. Go ahead.
You're right though. It's a lot of it's a lot of a lot of factors that play a role as to why a lot of women find it a lot of black women find it hard to submit to black men.
Yeah.
A lot of times it does have to do with her upbringing as well as misguidance. No doubt misguidance. Because to be honest with you, we actually need men more than anything, and especially now because it's a whole bunch of chaos going on right now, man.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, a mother wouldn't be able to especially I'm gonna say a woman, but if she's a mother, most definitely she would not be able to handle certain situations by herself without the man being present. Because when you think about it, if a woman was to be put in in the same tough predicament that you could think of that most men find themselves in, she wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
She
I
wouldn't know,
mean,
she wouldn't know
you
what to do.
you know that 75% of men in jail and 80% of young boys in juvenile detention center didn't have a dad in the home.
Yes.
That's a huge number. But I just wanted to say that regardless of the factors on why women don't want to be submissive or why they're more masculine, regardless of the factors of why that is, why your daddy wasn't in the home, excuse me, your job requires you to be more masculine. When we get out here in the dating world, nobody cares. I don't care why a woman is masculine. I don't care why she don't want to be submissive at 35 years old. You know that you have an issue. We know ourselves when we get old. We should, because we don't have time to babysit grown folks. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? I don't have
Yeah.
time to babysit a 35-year-old woman that don't know that being submissive is a requirement, or that being feminine as a woman is a requirement. I don't have time to walk with you through this, to try to show you and teach you all these things. I'm just going to leave you alone. You have to take accountability for yourself and get you some help, and then date. Much like they tell a man that didn't have a father teaching him how to lead and be a man, right? So now he's 37 years old and he's working at Taco Bell as the meat man, right? And he's making minimum wage. Women aren't going to say, well, I understand your dad wasn't in the house, so I'm going to give you a chance anyway. No, they're going to say, you're too old for this to be a minimum age worker and wanting a woman. You're too old. We don't care about why you don't know how to lead a woman and can't provide for a woman at 37, 38 years old. We don't care about why. We just not going to date you, right? As women. That's
Right.
what they're going to say. So as a man, I don't care about why you're not feminine, sweetheart. That's a requirement for a woman that I want to deal with. I don't care why you're not submissive as a woman, as a 35-year-old woman. Go find some solutions and then try to come back, because I don't have time to hold hands and walk no grown person through this, because nobody would do it for me, because I'm a grown man and I should know better, right? So when I hear excuses from women on why they are a certain way that's toxic or problematic or unhealthy for a long-lasting relationship, it falls on deaf ears, and I just dismiss them right away. So,
And rightfully so. It's
yeah.
funny because everything you said, I actually did a video on it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did a video on it because
Mm-hmm.
I have a YouTube channel. And so basically, I was just, advocating for men to hold on to their respect when dealing with females. It's so
Yeah.
very important. Why? Because at the end of the day, no man should have to, like you said, babysit a grown woman, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what it be though, most of the time,
What's
where
that?
they be at mentally, like age wise, they're grown, but mentally they still stuck in middle school and high school.
The women
And
you talking about?
yes,
Okay, yeah.
that's what it be. And that's no excuse. It's no excuse at all. Why?
No.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, how long can we use that, oh, I have daddy issues. Oh, I didn't have a good relationship with my mom. Oh, I didn't have two parents. How long are we gonna drag that on? Because at the end of the day, life goes on, sweetie. So it's like, um, you could use how you was brought up as a crutch all you want. That's
Mm-hmm.
still not gonna change the fact that how you choose to be as a person will determine whether you would be able to keep a man or not.
Right. Because this is the thing. Only certain type of men are going to dismiss a woman over things like that. Only certain type of men, quality men, husband material men, they're the only men that's gonna dismiss a woman that don't know her role as a woman. Whole phase men, what I call them whole phase men who are only only focused on sex. That's what whole phase men are. They don't really care. So whole phase men are not going to care that you aren't submissive. They aren't going to care that you aren't feminine. They aren't going to care that you aren't friendly and supportive. They aren't going to care. All they care about is what color your nipples is. That's it. That's it.
No, you ain't lying
those
though.
those quality husband material men that actually want something, they can hold your feet to the fire and say, hold on, wait a minute now. I can't be bothered no matter how fine you are. I done turned down plenty of chicks and not talked to plenty of women that were fine because they mind wasn't in the right place. They didn't understand their role as a woman. I'm not going to be bothered with that. But see, a lot of women don't get it and don't understand it because so many men will still sleep with them, regardless of how their
Right.
attitude is, regardless of how they behave, regardless of how they look. So many men will still push penis inside of them. And
I
so,
mean, but not without the female's permission though. I mean, because
right,
at the end of the day, it takes two to tango. So
right.
so
But
with
that,
that
but
being
that,
said, yeah.
but that willingness to have sex with women creates a warped mindset in a lot of women to where they think that their behavior and how they do certain things is okay because men are still willing to sleep with them. So then when they get on social media and somebody like Kevin Samuels or me or Terry Duran or Mr. Let Go or Sophisticated tell them something different, it's like, we hate you because you're lying on us. Ain't nobody ever told us we were wrong. Ain't nobody ever told us we needed to work on ourselves. What you mean?
That's the problem.
We get plenty of men. That's what they say. I get plenty of dudes. I got dudes in my DMs right now to sleep with you. To sleep with you. And that's where the warpness comes from, because the men will still sleep with them. So they think that their behavior and attitude and everything is okay. That's why you got all these women that want to be naked all over Instagram, have OnlyFans, and still be like, hey, I'm a wife. Alexa Scott, I'm a wife. Because they feel like no matter what they do, men are going to look at them the same way because men are willing to sleep with them. And they don't understand the difference.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they walking around with blindfolds on them because, you know, at the end of the day, how you present yourself, that is exactly how that person is going to see you. And see, men are very visual. So
absolutely.
It's like, what man would pass up, you know, on, I don't want to cuss on here, but what man would pass up a female that have pretty much nothing on? What man would pass that up? Men are very visual. So
yeah,
it's like
men of value, men who understand their value out here, will pass it up in a heartbeat to smash. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna double tap them titties. I'm gonna double tap them titties on up. I don't even know how I did it, but I messed it up. But I'm gonna double tap them titties when I see them titties because I like titties. But you can't go out with me. You can't get a shot with me. You couldn't be my woman. But you're going to have so many more men that's at you like that, that will actually sleep with you. So, you know, some men will pass that up. Most won't.
No, but you said it right though. You said men with value, you know, men that actually like know their worth and respect themselves would pass that up.
Yeah,
know,
but
of course they might get a sneak peek, but that'll be it.
Right.
They wouldn't want to be seen. They wouldn't want to be seen, you know, with a woman like that. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if you could easily get my attention like that, then, you know, that's gonna make me think that if I make you, just say like a girlfriend, and you continue to present yourself like that on social media, most definitely you're going to draw the same kind of attention that you got from me from other men. And most men are not okay with that.
Of course, most men, most guys that want serious relationship and marriage, they not okay with that. You know what one of the number one traits of wife material is for a man? One of the number one traits is being modest.
Oh my God. Great minds think alike.
It's being modest.
Yes.
And modest in your dress and the way you carry yourself. Like that's all it is being modest. Most men. Now you got some street dudes out here, like your Gucci's and your what's that other Boosie and all them, that'll choose girls that be out here naked, and rappers and all that want a girl out here with their titties out. But most regular men out here don't want a chick like that out in the streets. They want a woman that's modest when she go outside. You could be sexy and modest. Right. You could be sexy and modest out in the streets. But a lot of women
I know, because I experimented. I know.
Yeah, a lot of
because I experimented with clothes. When I wore, it was one day I wore like some tight clothes. I did not get the right kind of attention that I wanted. But another day I dressed, you know, real classy. Had on like a little turtleneck with like a necklace like this on, some stud earrings, and like some jeans with no rips in them and stuff like that, whatever. Men was breaking their necks to hold the door open. They was like, no, no, I
Where
got
you
you.
where you
Let me
from?
pump
You in
you.
the South somewhere, ain't you? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Houston, but I've been in New Orleans for 7 years.
New Orleans. I heard it when you said hold the door or something you said. It gave me New Orleans when I heard it. I'm like, she from the South somewhere. I heard that New
Oh,
Orleans. I heard it in
oh.
you. It's all
I,
good. It's
I've
all
been out here
good.
for 7 years, so the way they speak probably kind of rubbed off on me a little
It
bit.
is. I can hear it.
But
A
oh,
little bit. It's not a hard accent, but I hear it a
yeah.
little bit in certain things that you said. But it's